Hi, we're Jackie and Richard, and we are Early Retirement Wanderlust.
That surprised me.
Why?
Because it's not what we do.
Did you look as if you were about to start talking?
Yeah, I did.
Should we do it again?
Maybe.
Hi, we're Jackie and Richard, and we are Early Retirement Wanderlust.
We're in Arizona in February and it is just beautiful. But the thing that surprised us is how much hill walking and trails we can find. So we're going to take you on a few of our favourite trails that we found over the course of the last week. Come along and join us.
So we've been out in Phoenix for just over a week. We are visiting my mum, and we didn't really know what to expect from Phoenix. I thought it would just be a bit of a poolside chill out.
And when you think of Arizona, I personally thought that it was just going to be pan-flat desert, and I couldn't have been more wrong. The city's based pretty much on a desert plain, but surrounded by loads and loads of mountain ranges. Not massive mountain ranges, but ranges that you can easily get to.
So we had bought all our hiking gear because when we go up to the Grand Canyon and Sedona, we knew we'd be doing a lot of hiking. So we've got the boots out and we've already hit 4 different trails, all very different to each other.
So the one we liked the most was the one that's closest to downtown, and that's Camelback Mountain. It's really accessible from downtown. It's got a good parking lot, but consequently, it was probably the busiest trail that we visited this week.
It was my favourite because it's actually quite a scramble. It's very different to the other 3 trails that we'd done. It was lots of red, granity, sandstony type rock that was really grippy, but there was lots of scrambling involved. It was really good fun.
It was, and in true American fashion, it was also really safe. So on the sketchy bits, there was handrails, there was catch cages, but it was just a really nice day out. Well, half a day out. It was 4K there and back, not a massive amount of vertical, but have a look at it.
So our next favourite trail that we've done this week is the Sun Peak Trail. It was quite a long trail. I think we did nearly 10 kilometres altogether. But the thing that really struck us the most was the amount of cacti around, particularly, I think you pronounce it, saguaro cactuses, the really tall, iconic logo for Arizona. They were everywhere.
It felt like real cowboy country. I was like having kittens because there was warning signs all over the place about the dangers of rattlesnakes. Even though in my own mind I know that the rattlesnakes aren't awake at the moment, but it felt like the Wild West. And as Jackie said, the cacti were just beyond belief.
The other abundant cacti in that area were the teddy bear choyas. They're vicious little things. They're really quite pretty. They're like furry balls. They don't grow much higher than hip height, but if you go close to them, they do spit out clumps at you. And I did get one stuck in my shoe.
So the name sort of gave it away, really. And once we got to the summit, it had such amazing views, particularly over Scottsdale and then further on into Phoenix.
Another trail that we did was the Lost Dog Wash Trail. It was much flatter than all the other trails that we've done, but in itself was more interesting. We came across a lot more wildlife, particularly you cross the creek beds quite frequently, and we saw 2 or 3 different rabbits hopping along, which was good fun.
As a bit of a counter to the lush creek beds where the rabbits were hanging out, we really fell for them because circling above were loads of eagles, obviously eyeing up some tasty dinner. But it was quite a nature trail, really. It was really popular with families, dead accessible, and it was quite a long walk.
Yeah, it was nearly 10 kilometres long, but I really enjoyed it because of the scenery. It was just a different kind of scenery to the other trails that we did. last trail that we've done since we've been in Phoenix is the Tom Thumb Trail. Again, very unique in its scenery.
It was one of the first trails that we did, and it was not quite as accessible. It was a bit of a longer drive than the other ones, so it was about half an hour away from where we were staying. Again, a really good trailhead car park and really well signposted, because it was a bit of a tricky trail. You could see Tom Thumb's rock up on the ridge, but it never seemed to get any closer. But we went through some of the most amazing scenery.
Yeah, on that day the weather wasn't as nice, and we were really surprised because the week or a few days before we arrived in Phoenix, the weather hadn't been very good, and there was actually snow on the trail, which the people that we kept going past were just gobsmacked at, because they don't get it this far down at this time of year.
It was stunning when we got to the top, and for us it was our first experience of walking and hiking in Arizona, and the views, to be able to look across the plains and see these mountain ranges, was just beautiful. It was a great start to what has been a fantastic week.
Knowing what to expect of being in Phoenix and thinking that we'd have a really chilled out time by the pool, lots of shopping and just lots of eating out and drinking, actually we've been really active. We've done 4 different trails. I've gained nearly 2,000 metres on my Everest challenge, which is ever ongoing. And yeah, it's just been really good fun so far.
And we've enjoyed it because they haven't needed to be big days out. So we've tended to get up in the morning, get a walk done, and then get back to the pool where we can sit and relax and unwind for the rest of the day.
It's also given us a real taste for getting out further up into the north of Arizona, where we can really get stuck into some of the more rugged scenery with the Grand Canyon and the rocky outcrops in Sedona, and hopefully up to Monument Valley.
So we hope you've enjoyed our little insight into hiking in Phoenix, Arizona. It's going to get a little bit more interesting next week, as the temperatures are due to drop up north as we head up north, and we have got the potential for snow, but we're really excited about it, and we couldn't have had a better start to the holiday.
Yeah, it's actually forecast -2 and heavy snow the day that we're due to arrive at the Grand Canyon, and that's at village level.
Happy days.
Bye.
See you later.